Kev Bokey here from My Hot Wheels Collection. Welcome along, one and all. You would have seen the video for the recently announced one and only tournament championship thing I've got coming up, where we will be celebrating those vehicle manufacturers which are not so much overlooked, but they just haven't had much of a presence within the Hot Wheels line, to the point that each one's only ever had one of their models produced as a Hot Wheel mainline car. So what I thought we'd do in this video is have a quick look at 32 cars in greater detail for you to have a perusal through, and not that you'll get much choice in which car you'll end up racing, because that will be done on a random basis, but just thought it might be quite nice to have a look at the cars which will be taking part. Talking of one-off manufacturers, this turned up in the post today. This is the 2001 B Engineering Edonis. Again, a one-off model for this particular manufacturer. B Engineering is a European German firm which came around, I believe, as a result of the original Bugatti firm going under, and some of the engineers brought some patterns. I think this Edonis was originally going to be a Bugatti car, if I remember rightly, which never made it into production. Now, this particular model will not be in the one and only championship, because A, I've only just got it, and B, I like to put all my cars through the King of the Hill race first before they go on for other things. So I just thought I'd share that one with you anyway. That's the 2001 B Engineering Edonis, not part of the one and only. But so let's get on to the cars in the one and only. So first off, we'll do these in alphabetical order. First off, from Alpine, although it's spelled Alpine. Alpine, this is the Alpine A110, French manufacturer, now owned by Renault, if I'm if I remember rightly. I'm trying to do this all from memory. So far, two colour schemes on this model have come out. There's been the plain metallic blue and this version with racing numbers on. Each car, where I've got numerous versions of that casting, I've just really picked one at random. There's no rhyme or reason behind my choices. Keeps it a bit more random that way. So next up, an American manufacturer. This is Auburn. This is the Auburn 852. I've got numerous ones of these. Again, no rhyme or reason why this particular version was pulled out for the championship, but there we go. Metal base, metal body on this one. Those are nice lace wheels. The Alpine was a metal body and a plastic base. So coming back Brit side now, this is the Austin Healey in red and white, metal body, a metal and a plastic base, just to confuse matters. That's all chrome plastic alongside there, but that centerpiece is metal. Bit of weight behind it, so there may be a good car on the track. Only time will tell. By and large, none of these cars have raced down the new track. I know the Alpine has, and there's probably one or two others, but by and large, actually no, I don't know if the Alpine has now. I've said that, but anyway, they are by and large all new to the track. So again, that should make for interesting racing come the time. Staying British side now, on to the letter B for Bentley. This is the Bentley Continental Supersports, British luxury make, now owned by Volkswagen, if I remember rightly. So again, this one, nice white sort of wedding car look to it. Although a two-door wedding car probably would not be that successful. Now, going on to the letter C, this is one manufacturer which, as a European, I'm surprised has only been touched by Hot Wheels once, but once only it is, and this is the Citroen C4 Rallye. Metal body, plastic base. Yeah, Citroen is quite a big manufacturer on the European market, probably not so much stateside. But yeah, this is the only Citroen model ever produced by Hot Wheels, certainly as a mainline. So it's eligible to go in for the one and only. So back to America now. Staying on letter C. This is the Cunningham C4R, beg your pardon. Cunningham C4R, sort of 50s, 60s roadster race car. It's got a bit of a look of the AC Cobra about it, particularly when you look at the front, if you know what I mean. It's a mixture between that and a Jaguar D-Type, really. But yeah, plastic base, metal body on that one. Now, next one's a bit left field. This is D, and this is for Daimler, and this is the Daimler Fleetline archetypal London double-decker bus of the 1970s. London Standard on the side. There is a London newspaper, evening newspaper. This is a former Corgi Juniors model, which Hot Wheels took over. This was the only one they produced to memory. So yeah, it might be quite fun to see how that goes down the track. Metal body and plastic base. Right, skipping on to F now. This is the Formula E. So yeah, I needed to find 32 cars. So 32 cars. This was one of them, and it is a licensed model. So I figured it was eligible. So there we go. Yeah, a couple of versions of this have come out. A purple one, I believe, and this black version. So this was one picked out. Metal body, plastic base again. Now going on to G and going back to the Blackwall era. This is Greyhound. This is the Greyhound. I think it's an MC-12, if memory serves me. Metal body, metal base, and quite a weighty model. Whether that will do it any favours when it comes to going down the track or not, we will see. Also having the third axle as well, that'd be interesting to see whether that helps it in its race to glory, but we'll find out. Staying American, on to the letter H now. Anyone who's watched the Cars film will know all about this. This is the Hudson Hornet, 52 Hudson Hornet. Yeah, chrome plastic base, metal body. It's been out in numerous liveries, this one, but again, it's the only model from Hudson that Hot Wheels have ever produced. So it's in. Now, on to the letter I, and here we have the Infiniti G37. Just looking at the base, it is correctly spelt. Apparently the first couple of releases had Infiniti spelt with a Y. It was this model in another YouTube video I was watching which prompted this one and only championship, because they'd done a feature on this car, and in that video they did say that I think there was only 7 manufacturers which have only ever been modelled once by Hot Wheels, this being one of them, and I thought, no, surely there's more than that, and well, I've dug out at least 33, so maybe 1 or 2 of those I'm stretching the point a little bit, but you know what I mean. So yeah, this is the Infiniti G37, metal on plastic. Then sticking with I, we go Asian for Isuzu, or Isuzu, however you want to pronounce it. This is the Isuzu Vehicross, an SUV, metal body, metal base as well, but then there is a lot of plastic along the side there, so again, whether that would have any impact or not, but there we are. Not a car I've raced for a long time, so be interesting to see how it performs on the new track. That's the Isuzu Vehicross. Now, classic rally car now for L. This is the Lancia Stratos. Quite a small car, but quite a nippy one if memory serves me. This version being in a kind of non-race livery red colour scheme with those green and white Italian stripes. Appropriate enough. Metal body, plastic base. On to the letter L now. Can't do Kia because I haven't got the Kia Stinger yet, so we skip over K. On to the letter L. This is the Lexus SC400. Now, with all the models that Lexus has done, I'm surprised there's not been more than just this one model in the Hot Wheels range, but part of that may have been them losing the license from Toyota for a while. I haven't said that. Lexus is the... Is Lexus the posh arm of Toyota or Nissan? I can never remember. Anyway, But yeah, as we know, the Toyota license was lost for a while, so that may have something to do with it. If indeed Lexus is part of Toyota, I think it is. I don't know, whatever. Talking rubbish now. Come on, Kev Blokey, sort your life out. Right, South America now, Mexico in particular, I believe. M is for the Mastretta. This is the Mastretta MXR, the only model Hot Wheels has ever produced from this manufacturer. And, well, with my knowledge of Mastretta cars, it may well be the only car that Mastretta have ever produced. But nevertheless, it's eligible for entry, and entered it has been. Now, talking of stretching the point, as I was earlier, I wasn't going to use this next one because I considered it to be a Volkswagen, but a dear friend of mine talked me out of it and said, no, it is a manufacturer in its own right. And this is the Meyers Manx beach buggy. Although it's on a Volkswagen chassis and engine gearbox setup, the body of the manufacturer leads was done outside of Volkswagen, so the Meyers Manx, so that proved itself eligible. And talking of stretching the point, on to N for Nash. This is the Nash Metropolitan. This was apparently one of the first American subcompact cars, built by Austin here in the UK, but pretty much exclusively sold to the North American market. It's obviously a dragster version with a much elongated front nose to it. You could argue it's a fantasy model, but if I said that, someone would say, oh no, here's a picture of the real thing. So yeah, it's near as damn it to count as a licensed model. And also, you know, they used the licensed name of Nash, so I'm happy to use that as my criteria for being a licensed model. Staying American side now, this is the Phantom Corsair. Now, again, someone could correct me on this. I believe this car was designed by one of the people in the Heinz family. You know, Heinz baked beans, Heinz tomato soup, Heinz 57 and all that. If I remember rightly, this was produced by one of their members of that family. And yeah, this is metal on metal. Again, quite a weighty model. Whether that will do it any favours come race day or not, we'll wait and see. But that's the Phantom Corsair. We're getting there, guys. Staying American, on to R for Riley and Scott. This is the Riley and Scott something or another Mark III. Sorry. Yeah, this is the Riley and Scott Mark III. It's sort of, you know, race car type affair. Can't imagine one of these being out on the road, but anyway, there we are. Metal and plastic, so not a lot else to tell you about that. This is a newest casting from Hot Wheels. This is the Roborace Robocar. This has been produced in about 4 different colour schemes now. An autonomous racing car, but again, it's a licensed model, so worthy of entry. Now, I think we go back to... Oh God, why do I commit myself to these? I'm going to say American, I'm probably wrong. This is the Saleen S7. Again, the only model from this manufacturer. Nice blue flames paintwork on this particular version. A plastic base. So yeah, Saleen S7. Definitely staying American. This is the Saturn, what do they call it? Saturn Ion. Metal on plastic again with those short blade wheels and well, odd looking graphics, but nevertheless, there we go. It's the only one I've got in my collection at the moment, so yeah, I was surprised actually just how many of these sort of one-off manufacturers I did have in my collection, but having I did. Staying with S now, we are on to the Shadow Mark II-A. Again, another open cockpit racing car similar to the Riley and Scott you saw earlier. Metal and plastic, 5-spoke wheels. See how that gets on. Now the next one is an American make, which again, surprisingly they've only done the one. This is the Stutz Bearcat, I believe it's Bearcat, can't remember, one or the other. Anyway, yeah, let's just stick with Stutz for the moment. That nice sort of posing grille on the front there. This is metal on metal. Again, quite a weighty car, could do well, but we'll wait and see come race day. Back to good old Blighty, good old England. This is the Talbot Lago, again in white, another wedding car on those white wall, black walls, if that makes any sense. Suicide doors either side, called suicide doors due to the way they open. Easy to fall out of the car and fall under the wheels as it's in motion, or some old nonsense like that. Anyway, metal on metal again, so may prove a contender. We will wait and see. Staying Blighty side, we have got the Triumph TR6. Again, another open cockpit racer. Although the TR6s you see on the road obviously are hard tops or soft top versions of this. This was a multi-pack exclusive, I believe, in this colour scheme, but that's metal and plastic, so yeah, see how we get on. Now the only treasure hunt to feature in this tournament is the Tucker Torpedo, treasure hunt from several years back. Metal on metal, that nice green and black colour scheme. That's the Tucker Torpedo. We're almost there. Oh, we do have another six-wheeler in the hall, this being the Tyrell, oh god, what is that now, P34, a race car from the early 70s, Grand Prix car, unusual because as I say, it being a six-wheeler. Yeah, be interesting to see how that performs. A recent addition to my collection, this is the Vector Avitech something or another, metal on plastic. Yeah, again a fine looking, almost, it's got a little bit of Ferrari in there, a little bit of Lotus, if you see what I mean. Yeah, Vector Avitech, some version of it, I believe. A new release this year. This is the Volvo 850 Estate. This is the second version to come out. Those 10-spoke wheels, metal and plastic. Yeah, let's see how a station wagon gets on. Left field thinking for the next one. This is the Wienermobile, the only version of the Wienermobile that Hot Wheels have produced. Not true actually, because they've done the monster truck version now, but certainly in the main line, this is the only version they've done, albeit in a couple of different colour schemes. Thought it might be quite fun to include it. So there we are. We've got the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile, and the last car, metal and plastic base. This is the Zender Fact-4. I certainly know this is popular with one of our followers, that being Hot Wheel Racing Mike, one of his favourite castings. So if there's any justice in the world, he'll end up getting it come the driver selection, but that will be in the fate of the random wheel, nothing to do with me. So that's the Zender Fact-4. So there we go, guys. That's the 32 cars entered into the one and only championship. If you haven't put your name down to take part, please do so. I'll put a link to the Pick Your Rides video for this championship, and look forward to seeing your entry. So that's all from me from now. This video's taken a damn sight longer than I thought it would do, but there we go. Anyway, have fun, enjoy your cars, and speak soon. Bye.